For 20 years, John and Richka waited for this night. 20 years of hope. 20 years of disappointment. And now, in a small house hidden inside a narrow alley, Richka was fighting to bring a new life into the world. At the same time, Dr. Andrew was fighting a different battle. Just hours earlier, he had argued with the woman he loved. Questions about marriage, responsibility, and commitment were still heavy in his mind when a desperate knock came at his door. He did not know it yet, but before the sun would rise, he would have to make a choice. Not just as a doctor, but as a man. One night, one delivery, 2 lives hanging in the balance. This is the story of that night. This is birth. It was almost midnight when Dr. Andrew reached his house. He was tired and upset. He had just argued badly with his girlfriend about marriage and responsibility. His mind was still full of anger when he saw someone standing outside his gate. It was John. "Doctor, please," John said. "Richka's pains have started. It's serious." Andrew paused. He was exhausted. For a moment, he thought about refusing. Should I go or not? He asked himself. But John and Richka had waited 20 years for this child. Andrew picked up his bag and followed him. John's house was in a narrow alley. It was small and old, but very clean. John stayed outside. He could not bear to see his wife in pain. Andrew went upstairs. The room was dark except for one candle. Richka was on the bed, breathing heavily. Her mother was sitting in a corner, worried and silent. The midwife was preparing cloth and water. Andrew examined Richka and understood that the baby would be born soon. Richka's mother told the midwife to make tea for the doctor. Andrew understood her fear. She thought he might leave and not return. He had another brief doubt in his mind, but he said clearly, "Don't worry, I will stay." In the kitchen, near the fireplace, they drank tea. It was 1 a.m. Andrew sat quietly, thinking about his fight. Should I get married? Am I ready for that responsibility? Before he could think more, Richka cried out loudly. The delivery had begun. It was difficult. Richka was losing strength. After much effort, the baby was finally born. But the baby did not cry. The child's skin was pale and still. The room became silent. The midwife and Richka's mother understood the danger. At the same time, Richka began to bleed heavily. Andrew had to decide quickly. He handed the baby to the midwife and focused on saving Richka. He worked carefully to stop the bleeding. After some tense minutes, Richka's breathing became steady. She was weak, but alive. "Give me the baby," Andrew said. The midwife looked down sadly. "The baby is under the bed." Andrew bent down and found the baby lying there. He immediately asked for 2 basins, one with hot water and one with cold water. He dipped the baby gently into warm water, then into cold water. Repeating the process several times, he rubbed the baby's chest and back firmly. For a long moment, nothing happened. Then suddenly the baby gasped and began to cry. Everyone in the room felt relief. Richka's mother started crying with happiness. The midwife smiled. Andrew quietly left the room and went to the kitchen to drink some water. Then he stepped outside. John was still waiting. "You can go to your wife," Andrew told him. "She is safe. The baby is alive." John rushed inside. Andrew looked up and saw that it was already morning. The sun was rising. After a long night, a new day had begun. Andrew took a deep breath and walked toward his girlfriend's house. He had made up his mind to talk calmly and fix their fight.